Many things in life may seem normal on the surface, but in reality are the complete opposite. One might fully trust someone who appears to be good, only to discover their hidden, sinister deeds. Our story today is a real-life example of how a person can have two faces. The first is the kind, cheerful face that everyone loves, while the other hides terrifying acts that can only be described as devilish. Today, on our platform, we share a chilling and thrilling tale about the evil grandfather. This is one of the most captivating horror stories, and we hope you enjoy it. My grandfather, the sorcerer of the village. My name is Samar, an 11-year-old girl. I live with my family in a beautiful, serene village. Our home is close to the heart of nature, and I absolutely adore it. My village has a school that I attend every day to learn and grow. I have friends and neighbors with whom I play daily in front of our homes. For me, life was nothing short of perfect. Let me introduce you to my family, whom I deeply love and respect. My father, like most men in our village, works in agriculture. My mother is a loving, caring woman who sometimes seems to love me even more than my siblings. I have three siblings. My older sister Miriam, who is 16, my brother Mazen, who is 13, and my younger brother Majid, who is 8. Living with us are my grandparents. My grandfather, in particular, was the closest to me. He cared for me deeply. Everything seemed normal until last year. The strange beginning last year, something unexpected happened. Events unfolded that changed us from a family loved by everyone to one shunned by all. All because of someone in our family, someone I love the most. Strange incidents began occurring in the village. People would wake up to find someone had gone mad, or a woman had suddenly become infertile. We believed these events were part of God's will and didn't question them. One night, I woke up an hour before dawn, feeling thirsty. As I walked through the hallway to get some water, I noticed that the barn door was open. Fearing the animals might escape, I went to check and close it. As I approached, I heard a conversation coming from the barn. I thought it might be thieves, so I cautiously moved closer. To my surprise, I found my grandfather inside, speaking to someone. This person had his face covered, as if he didn't want to be recognized. I couldn't make out their conversation clearly, but they were discussing someone from the village. After they finished talking, the stranger left the barn, and my grandfather locked the door and returned to the house. That night, I couldn't sleep. The mystery unfolds questions filled my mind. Who was that stranger? Why were they talking about someone in the village? Curiosity drove me to keep an eye on my grandfather and the person they had mentioned. For days later, something terrible happened to that individual. He suddenly lost his eyesight and fell gravely ill. The village doctors informed him that his days were numbered. I started fearing my grandfather. My suspicions grew that he wasn't doing the right thing. I decided to monitor him closely, and soon I made a shocking discovery. I saw a woman meet my grandfather in the barn. This time, I managed to overhear their conversation. To my horror, I realized my grandfather was performing black magic for people in exchange for large sums of money. This woman wanted to harm her neighbor. My grandfather accepted her money and assured her that the harm would come to her target within 2 days. The downfall as the days and months passed, the villagers uncovered my grandfather's dark deeds. They decided to banish us from the village. For me, it was heartbreaking. I lost the life I loved, my school, my friends, and my neighbors. We became outcasts because of my grandfather's actions. We now live in a village far from our old home. My grandfather, though filled with regret for his actions, is no longer loved by the family. He is the reason we had to leave everything and everyone we cherished behind.